Hi, wrestling fans. I'm Bill Humble, and sitting with me here at our broadcast booth is one of the famous championship, I started to say twins, but you're not quite twins, Mike. Of course, this is Mike Shane, one of the brothers who is the national championship when it comes to that tag team wrestling. Mike, it's a pleasure to have you here at Mike's side with us.
Thank you, Bill. I'm sure that everyone will be enlightened when I give them some of my background in professional wrestling.
Well, I'm sure they will. That's why I asked you to sit here with me, because if anybody knows about wrestling, this man knows about wrestling. Of course, this is a North American Wrestling Alliance Championship Wrestling you'll be watching, all sanctioned by the same. And we, of course, right now invite you to go into the ring with us, as we'll be letting you know who is participating in our first match. Introducing from Lake City, South Carolina, weighing 236 pounds, you will see, welcome Pink Graham. Pink. And his partner in this particular match, weighing 218 pounds, from Cherokee, North Carolina, please welcome Jay Eagle. Their opponents, weighing 219 pounds, from Houston, Texas, Gary Austin. Also with Gary, weighing 236 pounds, Hard Rock Johnson from Chicago. Ladies and gentlemen, this will be a one-fall, 20-minute time limit. And we right now, I want to tell you, this is the foursome we haven't seen before. They have asked for this match, Mike, and you finally gave it to them, and we're glad to see it.
What I like to see, and I'm sure wrestling fans like to see, is top-flight championship wrestling on television. And in the past, people haven't got to see some of the top-flight wrestlers. So here you are, wrestling fans. You're going to see some of the best.
Well, there's the bell, Mike, and we have action as we would expect. Jay Eagle is probably one of the finest wrestlers going, and working with a man from South Carolina here. Have you seen them work together before, or is this their first trip as a tag?
No, I think this is a new tag team match and tag team duo, and it looks. I've got to watch and see, because my brother Buddy and myself are concerned over every tag team match that comes down the highway, because that was a hard blow to. He gave up in a hurry on that one. That was a tough blow there. Left a red welt on his chest there. This is Jerry Eagle. Really, he's got a strong punch, and you got to watch him now.
I believe Eagle's ready, isn't he?
Yes, sir. He's a tough fighter. Buddy and I have wrestled him before, and I think he wants part of us again. Nice fireman's carry. The fellow can really wrestle if he wants to.
And he has a lot of moves, a lot of takedowns, and I'm sure he'll be displaying some of them right here for us.
Of course, the key to all this here is winning this match, and you can have all the moves in the world, and there was a different move that I've seen before. He went over the back of him and almost got him in a roll-up.
Yeah, Pink reversed one on there, didn't he?
That's a lot of man there. That Pink Graham is pretty solidly built,
Yep, yes he is.
What does he weigh, about 275, 285?
No, they're showing him today as 236.
I don't believe that for a minute. The man's 275, 285 pounds, easy.
Well, you've been in there against him. He's had an arm around your neck. You ought to know.
He's strong now. There's no question about it. There isn't much fat on this man here. You do need a little bit of cushion. At least that's what I call it, to protect here. Get a shoulder block off the ropes. Nice hip toss.
Oh, what a body slam. Wow. I know Gary Austin still reeling and rocking from that one.
Yeah, I think he remembers what happened the last time he was in there with this Jay Eagle. You've got to watch him. I watch this Jay Eagle at all times here. He's been going around here boasting that he wants the Shane brothers, and he's got something up his sleeve. I don't know what it is, but he was talking about getting in a tag team match, but he best have a good partner.
You're talking about Jay Eagle now, aren't you?
Jay Eagle, right. He'd been running his mouth, and we listened, and we watched. That's what I'm doing right here today. I'm taking notes, and I wanted to see what...
I see you doing a lot of writing over there. You're going to take all this information back to Buddy, huh?
That's right. There's a reason that we're the NAWA Tag Team Champions, and we've held it for such a long time, and that's the fact that we study, are students of the wrestling, and we don't let too many people get past us.
Well, I hope you might want to listen to my interview. I'm going to have an interview with Jay Eagle after this match, Mike, and he might be imparting something that could be important to you.
Well, I kind of doubt that, but the only thing he could is we're really interested if he does have a partner that is of any quality. Because you know, when you're tag team wrestling, it takes two in there. You can't do it with one bad cylinder in the engine.
And he might be.
That was kind of funny. Bad cylinder in the engine. In the engine. Did you get that? So no, he's a pretty good wrestler himself, but I don't think he can handle the Shane brothers.
Pink's trying for a pin, but only two. A count of two, and coming out from under there. This kid Gary Austin is a toughie too, isn't he?
Yes, sir. And these aren't midgets either. Gary Austin is about 230 some pounds, and the man he's wrestling, you know, makes him look kind of small, but he's still a big good-sized wrestler himself. And what we're talking about size on here, size isn't the main thing of being a wrestler. It's how strong you are.
And using leverage. That's a big part of wrestling too.
Wrestling knowledge. Ooh, nice backdrop there. Wrestling knowledge and strength is important in here.
Using leverage. He just came off the rope, Pink did, and he just flipped him right over his back. He was using the leverage of his speed coming off that rope.
That's right, and you got to work these things out. Now, the wrestling fans that have seen my brother Buddy and myself, we've kind of worked a little bit different in the ring there with as a tag team than most. And by the way, I'm going to have to leave you towards the end of the program here, where we're going to have a match ourselves on today's program.
Yes, you got a dilly lined up for you, I tell you. Are you looking forward to it?
Yes, sir. I always look forward to getting ready to go. And if you think that this Pink Graham is large,
where do you see Jamaica?
Jamaica Jones, he wrestles with the Pink Graham a lot.
320 pounds.
At least.
Well, that's what they're showing today.
Well, we're going to try to avoid having him fall on us. Ooh, sunset flip.
Oh, look at here. And there you go, Mike. That's it. That's all she wrote. And, boy, I'll tell you, that Jay, we just discussed his moves, and he went up on that rope and came off of it, and with a pin that you wouldn't believe. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go over here for an interview right now with Jay.
Well, Jay did win the match there, and I think I learned a lot from some of the moves that he makes while he's in the ring here. They were pretty good.
I want to get around here and talk to Jay Eagle. Jay, if you would, come on down and join me, because I know a lot of your fans out there, and I want to tell you that Mike Shane and I have been sitting up there talking about you. Mike says that you are looking for a partner, that you want to challenge the Shane brothers, and of course they're waiting. And what do you think about your partner Pink here? You think he's going to work out okay?
Right, he's a good man, but I got a surprise for him. Got my father coming in the future. If anybody can take the belts with me, he's the man that can do it.
You mean you're going to have your daddy wrestling with you?
He's not coming, not to watch my back or nothing, but I just, asked him to come in, not his help, but just to have him here, we can do a lot of things.
Well, look, I've known your father over the years, and if you can get your dad down here, you two boys from Cherokee, North Carolina, I'll tell you one thing, you're going to show some people something in tag teaming.
Yes, sir. I'm just a junior. Just wait till Daddy gets here.
Well, yeah, I can speak for that, too. So, Jay, we're going to be looking forward to it, but I noticed some of the moves you're putting on some of these fellas, and, of course, Mike Shane is sitting over there making notes at the desk. I want to tell you that. He says he's going back to the dressing room.
Well, I tell you, he better make all the notes he can, because when Father gets here, we're going to take those tag team belts.
In other words, your dad's coming down, and you're going to do this for a specific purpose.
We're going to take the belts.
Well, I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it right here on Championship Wrestling. Jay and his father, in the future, he's agreed to come down, and we're going to be looking forward to that because over the years, I have seen the father wrestle, and now we have the son coming into the picture. So we're going to be looking forward to having the father and son wrestle as tag team. And Jay, all the luck in the world in the future, buddy.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And we will be having interviews from time to time because we want to talk to the people that you like to watch and like to come out to see. We'll be giving you addresses during the program that you can write to us. We certainly hope you'll do that. And right now, let's get some more wrestlers in that ring because we want to proceed with more wrestling for you. Mike, the program will continue here, and we just have more wrestling, and more wrestling, and we're going to have people get in that ring right now and have some more introductions. What do you say for our second match? You know, this is a TV title match. For this program today, we will have a champion, Mike. Shane, what do you think about that?
Well, Mr. Wrestling is the TV champion, and as we promised on our championship, NAWA Championship Wrestling, that we're going to have championship matches right on television.
Well, of course, Mr. Wrestling is from the United States somewhere. We don't know where. He weighed in today at 236.5 pounds, and of course, as you say, he is the champion. And he is meeting a man that we have seen recently who is rough, he's tough, and you used the word awful one time. Alex Rhinoff from Hamburg, Germany, weighing 228 pounds, and we have the match in the ring right now. This ought to be a dilly, I'll tell you that. And the bell calls for action and more North American Wrestling Alliance Championship Wrestling, and we can't wait to see. Now, Mr. Wrestling is another prime example of the caliber person that we are featuring here on Championship Wrestling, Mike.
Well, you know, I never ever try to put any wrestler down, but I wonder, you know, this man's he claims to have 1,000 holds, and he shows them an awful lot of them on television from week to week when we see it.
He does.
But I'm wondering, I would really like to see why he wears this mask. There's got to be a reason for that.
Can I read something into what you're just saying, that the next time you meet him, you might try to remove that mask?
I'd like that very much. I think that fans really would like to see just what's underneath there. He must be, I don't want to say, you know, he must be ugly or something underneath there to cover it all up.
Well, this is going to be a one-fall 15-minute time limit, and let's see if Alex Rhinoff can live up to his reputation, because he's being touted as a real rough and don't care type wrestler, Mike.
Well, see, he is the brass knuckles champion of Europe, and this makes a lot of difference. Of course, it's a little different style when you're brass knuckles type of wrestler, and a slick kind of wrestler like Mr. Wrestling. You just don't have any idea, and I think there's a good possibility that Alex Rhinoff is going to whip Mr. Wrestling today, right on television.
Uh-oh, look out now. That's a great prediction. You know something I would like to see put together sometime. Of course, he is the brass knucks champ of Europe. How about a match between he and the United States brass knuckles champion, our big brute?
Yeah, well, that I'd like to see. You know, maybe the promoters could arrange for that match. I'd like to see that. I like to see those kind of matches. I like to see well, they do get down and get a little bit bloody sometimes when they're using tape fists.
That's right. And I promised the folks earlier in our match that I'd give them an address.
Give them a big elbow there.
We do want them to write to us, not only for tickets. By the way, you are invited to write to us for tickets. Oh, look here, we have a tag. Would you believe we have a tag already?
Shoulder block. Yeah.
We have a tag already by Mr. Wrestling of 1983. And what kind of a stance did you call that, Mike, he did there?
There's a standing shoulder pin there, and not too many people can do that one.
Standing shoulder pin. Well, that's one of those 1,000 holds that he's noted for. And we will be looking forward to seeing him back. And again, I guess Alex Rhinoff, I hope, learned something in this match today.
Yeah, you got to watch these slick wrestlers. They'll sneak up on you in a hurry.
Oh, look, coming into this ring now, we have a man that is a biggie. You're talking about big dudes now. We have a man here that is certainly big, and he's bad because he is the United States heavyweight champion at the present time. He weighs 262 pounds. He's from Houston, Texas. I'm introducing Jim Bad Cat Ladd. That's him right there. And you can see the belt that he is now taking off because he does hold that belt. He is the heavyweight champion of the United States. His opponent from Greensboro, North Carolina, tipping the scales today at 232 pounds. He's rough and tough. This is Ken Ruff from Greensboro. Uh-oh. I don't think Ken likes that, Mike.
Well, the wrestling audience here and fans will have to make their decisions to who they like the best. Of course, I'd draw my own conclusions, too.
Yep. Well, this is a one-fall, 10-minute time limit, by the way, for our television show today. And I will get right back to our address while you watch the action in the ring. The address that you can write to us, if you would like to have championship wrestling in your area, live championship wrestling I'm speaking of, we would like to hear from you. If you will write to NAWA Championship Wrestling, that's the North American Wrestling Alliance, but you can abbreviate it with NAWA. Championship Wrestling, Post Office Box 489, Scranton, South Carolina. That's Scranton, Scranton, South Carolina. 29591 is the zip. We'd like to hear from you. And two, just as important, we'd like to hear from you if you have a group, a Sunday school group, a Boy Scout, Girl Scout group that would like to come to our taping of these TV shows. We would be more than glad to have you come as our guest, and we'd like to send you the tickets. Please use that address, NAWA Championship Wrestling, Post Office Box 489, Scranton, South Carolina, 29591 is the address, and we certainly hope that you'll write to us and come and join us for the taping, or write to us, let us know if you'd like to have championship wrestling in your area. Right now, we're working with Jim Bad Cat Ladd, who we've seen operate many, many times, and I know, Mike, you have been in the ring against him. He is a big hunk of man, isn't he?
That's right, and today, of course, his United States heavyweight championship is not up at stake, but looking at, I can see a pretty good wrestler here in Ken Ruff. He seems to be holding his own against Bad Cat Ladd. And this is a big dude here. He's pretty good size.
Big, I should say so. 262 pounds. And as you can see, there's no flab there.
Yeah, I think he knows the wrestling. They both know the wrestling holds too, but that would just whoever's got their hand raised in the match. That's what really counts.
There's a lot of height advantage he has too over Ken Ruff. But that, as you had stated so many times also with this program, the size doesn't make all that much difference.
That's right, and the weight makes some difference sometimes when a guy lays on you a lot. But my brother and I work out with weights constantly, and we're strong. And when an awful lot of teams are larger than us. We at one time wrestled the McGuire twins, and each one of those weighed 720 pounds.
Did you know? I saw that, and that was a spectacle. Now, of course, God rest his soul, one of those fellows died. Billy died, and the other brother. But it was something else to see those fellows running around on those little Honda motorcycles, and then see them get in a wrestling ring. That was a treat.
Well, we were the only ones. Buddy and I were the only one to ever knock them off their feet.
You were the only ones, I understand, that won over the McGuire twins.
Right. We beat Billy McGuire, knocked him off of his feet, which was a terrific noise because 720 pounds falling on the canvas, really startled everybody. And that, of course, that was it. When that much weight falls, that's the end of the thing. You know, this match in the ring here, this is a good match here. They're really getting on it.
Well, anytime you have Bad Cat Ladd in there, you're going to have a match. Now, he's being told to break that hold up because he evidently, Ruff has done something to him because he's really putting a chokehold on him now, and he's being counted out by our third man of the ring, Dave Ruth. Dave Ruth is saying, Jim, break that hold, because any official, of course, would have to say that. You just don't do choking. Oh, he reversed that head into the corner. home listen to you because you've been there.
Right.
This execution number one, usually you see him in that corner with his partner, don't you?
Yeah, everyone's, most time they get in the ring, they mostly in there together. That's the first, I done seen him, be a few times, in that by himself, and he pretty tough and rough by himself. And he's a very, very big guy and everything. He's a big, mean.
What kind of takedown did he put on him there?
Round
Round the neck, upside down suplex.
Yeah.
Boy, it was a dilly, too.
Right.
He's putting some punishment on that leg now, too. Tony Nero, I'll tell you.
Yeah, he really put your crutch on the leg right now. And, I think he's ready to go into the figure four in your death lock.
Going to figure four,
Yeah.
that's right.
I think he should just give up right now.
I think he has given up.
Yeah.
Is that it? Is that it?
Yeah.
He has given up. He did give up because that is just too much. And
Too much pain.
With the winner there. Pete, I'm going over here and I got an interview with the executioner number one. I'm going to check. We're going to be talking with executioner number one here. If we get him down out of that ring, he just had a. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's hard for me to tell you how big a man is. I'm a pretty big dude, but I want you to look here. That figure four you put on that man, you was really hurting him. You know that?
I'm mad. People think I can't wrestle. You notice I didn't have a rope today. Everybody said they're crying, I got a rope. I don't have a rope. I beat the man right in the middle of the ring. I didn't have any rope. The death lock you cannot get out of. I toy with this man. I hear some Indian daddy. Who is this Indian daddy coming in here?
Well, I hear Jay Eagle and his dad.
I tell you what, he brings his mama, his sister, or his brother. I don't care if he brings his daddy. The same result will happen. You cannot get out of the death lock. And I'll put it on Wrestling 83 just the same way, baby.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, now this is, of course, only one half of the tag team of the Executioners. And as he said, normally you do see a rope in that corner, but today he did not have a rope in there, and he applied that figure four like an expert.
Absolutely. I don't need a rope. I can beat him fair and square. I'm a gentleman. I don't mess around. I beat him in the ring, 1, 2, 3. He give up. I could have broke the man's leg. I'm a gentleman. I didn't.
Well, you're exactly right, because that figure four is a hold that if you put the pressure there, it will pop a bone. Listen, now, thank you for stopping and talking with me.
I'm sure. It's your pleasure.
Okay, well, listen, let's get back to that ring and more action here on Championship Wrestling. Well, Pink, we got a one-fall 20-minute time limit coming up here for our fifth match for today. And I understand some music's going to be coming our way because... Let's listen to that just a minute. Well, ladies and gentlemen, of course, that's the music of the Super Rocker, and you saw him make his entrance. He loves to hear that music, and that is the man that weighs 233 pounds from Detroit City, and we're ready to wrestle right now. His partner in there weighs 284 pounds. That's called Butcher Malone. He's from New York City.
Yeah, he's a big, rough, tough guy. And I think it's going to be a good match. This is going to be a very good match right here because you got two big guys in there. That's a beautiful backflip, beautiful black drop.
Oh, look at that drop with that elbow. Wow. What action. This is a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match, by the way. I'll tell you, that Super Rocker's going to work. I wish you'd look him, pick up this man and throw him down. Look out, he's going to that top rope. Look out.
Watch out.
I tell you, he's going to that second rope with an arm drop and elbow right into the throat.
I think that's going to wrap it up right there.
Oh, my gracious. Oh, my gracious. I've never seen anything happen so fast. I wish you would look. Everything. And let's see. He wants to hear some more of that music. Let me go and talk to that man. Let me interview this man over here. Come on over here, Super Rocker. He's talking to his fans right now. Let me get him around here because, you know, I don't know of a person who is wrestling today. I know no one in the North American Wrestling Alliance is any more popular than you are.
Well, I like the fan support. I love it.
Well, you've got it, friend. I'll tell you that. I mean, when you go out there slapping those hands by young and old alike, it's just fantastic.
Those kids really love me.
And when he says kids, he's talking about, I saw him slap the hand of a 55-year-old out there just now, and he was having a ball.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love for them to love me, and I love them.
Well, listen, we of the North American Wrestling Alliance, I want to tell you, it's always a pleasure to have you come into a ring. And I love to be at the microphone when you do this because the fans love you, and we of this alliance love you because of one thing. You're good and you're clean.
I try to wrestle clean. There's a lot of good talent in this area. There's a couple titles I'm looking for. There's one man in particular I'm looking for. That's Buddy Shane, and a couple others is Brute Menard. The Shane brothers, they got the tag team belts. And I got a surprise for them. I got a partner.
I was going to ask you, are you working on something for a tag team?
I've got a partner. He's up in Detroit.
Uh-huh.
He's going to be coming down in a few short weeks.
Uh-oh, look out now, look out. Hey, we just had some announcements made here that I've never heard before. You know, you got somebody coming down from Detroit City.
You better believe it.
And you're going to be working on the Shane brothers.
If we can get the contract signed with them, we're going to show them how to rock and roll Detroit City style.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing. If I know the Shane brothers now, they'll sign a contract in a minute.
When they see me and my partner in action, they may not want no part of us.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you one thing. We're going to be looking forward to that when you get your partner down. But until that time, let me thank you for talking with us.
Thank you, Bill.
Righto, buddy. While I have the thing over here, can you stay with me just a minute? Let me talk to the director back there. Can you stay with me just a minute? Because I have someone I want to talk to over here. I have a gentleman right over there I want to talk to. Come over here. I want to, you know, we have a little thing here called the Fans Corner. And we like to talk to some of our fans who come and visit with us in our studio. And this gentleman here, I don't have the foggiest idea who he is. I just picked him out of the audience. Do you know me, sir?
No, sir, I do not.
What is your name?
My name is Gerald Owens.
Are you from this area?
Yes, I am. Live about 5 miles from here.
About 5 miles. Are you enjoying the matches today?
Sir, sure am.
Well, I saw you hooping and hollering over there, and I wanted to get up here and talk to you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for talking to us on Fans Corner. That's what we like to do. We like to meet more of you. So when you come to our studio, we hope we can talk to you. Right now, let's get back to the ring and more action. Pink, I'll tell you, we don't have to worry too much for action here. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, this match right here gonna be some very good action in this match, and Jamaica Jones, he's a very big guy, ain't it? I mean, he's a very big guy. I think.
Well, you're big enough, but he's bigger than you are.
Yeah, he's a giant. Look like a giant. He's about 6'5", about 6'7", about 324 pounds, 340 pounds. He's a very big guy now.
Well,
and the Shanes, they are they're the North American Tag Team Champion, and you know, I think it's going to be a good match there.
Well, what we have is a total weight of the Shane brothers, 480 pounds. Of course, they're out of Fargo, North Dakota. This is a one-fall, 20-minute time limit.
I heard that whole ring groan on that. Give him a monkey flip on that one. That whole ring kind of moved and groaned.
And the ring moved about 6 inches. Wow. Let's see, he's trying to pin here on him.
Gotta count of two.
Got a count of 2. Not quite enough.
Uh-oh. I think that probably might have put him away. Hit him upside the head there.
Come on, 1, 2, 3. Come on, Jim. Come on, Jim. 1, 2, 3.
Ken Ruff outside now he's being picked up by the chin.
1, 2, 3. Come on, get it clean.
This lad is really mean. He's mean in this match.
2. Come on, Jim.
Well, he does about everything he can to win this match. It takes him a while to get started, but see, there's a reason he's got that championship belt around his waist.
Come on, Jim. Look at that.
They're right here in the corner, and you can hear the thump of these blows.
Oh, man, I'll tell you, it's just amazing how a man can stand up under that torture, that pressure. Bad Cat saying, whoa, wait a minute. Ruff put a hurting on him there that last time.
Yes, sir. That kind of slows you up.
Nice
Leg
takedown.
takedown, nice.
Roll over with that knee lock in there. This Ken Ruff has quite a name around his hometown of Greensboro, Mike. He's well-liked, and he does a real good job of representing that area. The Bad Cat using the trunks here, of course, the third man in the ring. It just so happened they're pointed our way, and I can see it, but...
Yeah, well, the referee, the referee's on the other side.
The referee's on the other side, so there's no way he can see it, and he can't call it, of course, unless he does see it.
Well, he's almost got him pinned now. He's not far away from pinning him.
I believe he looked around quick enough to catch him that time. So he made him break it for pulling on the trunks.
Referee Dave Ruth is probably one of the premier professional wrestling referees today. He watches awful close. Of course, he can't watch everything, but he watches it real close.
Yeah, he's not a magician. He doesn't have 4 eyes in his head, but he does do, I think, a good job of calling. He goes to every school that comes out if it's a way of improving himself in his profession of being the third man in the ring, and he certainly knows his trade. That's Dave Ruth we're speaking of, the man with a striped shirt on in there. Mike, we've had a little bit more than 5 minutes going in this match, and they're working hard at it.
That was a tough throw there. They're going in it.
Well, he didn't get the name rough and tough for nothing.
It's almost 7 minutes gone in the match here. And,
Sure is. This is a 1-fall, 10-minute time limit, and these fellas are really putting it on.
But, they haven't slowed up now. They've been going at this strong. These fellas are in good shape. It takes a lot of conditioning to be a wrestler.
You're talking about athletes. These fellas have to be an in-shape
If you're not, you better not get in the ring. That's all I say. We do receive a lot of injuries in wrestling, and the one that receives the most injuries is the one that's not in shape.
Well, you relate that to football. The same thing holds true in football, Mike.
Same way, exactly.
You've got to be in shape, whether it be football or any rough and tumble sport, and they just don't get much more rough and tumble than North American Wrestling Alliance Championship Wrestling. These fellas constantly lift weight. I say these fellas, I'm speaking of you and your brother also. Lift weights, you're always working out, running, you're doing road time, just like a boxer, just like a football player.
Time's running out on them, Bill. They're getting...
Another over the shoulder of all of that 262 pounds.
Give him
Try for a
about it.
pin. Ah, he's got his foot.
Got to count of one.
He's got his foot on the rope. That lad is smart, isn't he? That lad is smart.
There's about 20 seconds left in the match. I don't know whether he got time to get it in or not.
I mean, they're standing there just slugging it out
Yeah,
now.
agree.
Mike.
Listen to those blokes.
I tell you, this is
great.
more like a boxing match. Time has run out. Would you believe time has run out? They don't want to quit. This is a one-fall, 10-minute time limit. And time has run out, and I wish you'd look. They don't want to quit, aren't going to quit, and it seems like Dave Ruth is going to have to just separate them if he can. Mike is leaving me now. Of course, he will be in our final match, and it seems like it's going to be a toss-up. A time has expired. There's no winner, as was indicated by our third man in the ring, Dave Ruth. And of course, any wrestler in that ring hates to see this kind of thing happen because there is not a winner chosen. But when you're wrestling as hard as they were, and that 10 minutes do fly by, as we were sitting over here next to the timekeeper, that 10 minutes do fly by in a hurry. We're getting ready for our fourth match, and we certainly invite you to, and let me remind you, well, you can hear from the crowd. Of course, those of you who do watch wrestling know who has come into the ring here now as boos of the crowd you heard emanating from our studio. We will be introducing these people for our fourth match here to, let's see, it's 294 pounds of the man that walked in first with that mask on. He is from parts unknown, of course, and he is the biggie of the two executioners. That's executioner number one. And his partner from Naples, Italy, Tony Nero, hitting the scales at 241 pounds today. And we're ready for our fourth match here, I do believe. And there's the bell indicating that it is time to go, and the timekeeper says, yes, we're ready. Again, ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you that if you would like to see our TV matches in person, we invite you to be our guest. Wow, look at that executioner. What strength, brute strength. He's picking up a man there, ladies and gentlemen, that weighs 241 pounds like a basketball. Now everybody's in the rope, so we have to break it. 241 pounds of man he picked up and tossed him around like I say a baseball. I wish you'd look who's joining me here at my TV microphone. A young man that we've had the pleasure of seeing many times in the ring, and Pink Graham. Pink Graham, it's a pleasure to have you from
I'm glad to be here.
good old South Carolina boy, and you're doing great in that ring, fella, I'll tell you that.
Thank you. I enjoy working with Wrestling Association here in Arizona.
We of the North American Wrestling Alliance love to have you over here, too.
Right.
I know you've wrestled in other parts of the United States, and we're always striving to get the best in our area, and I know it's a pleasure for our promoters to have you in here with us.
Right. Yeah, I was just come out here and enjoy ringside and watch this guy execution that I'm gonna have to wrestle in the future. I know that, and he's a very tough guy. Taking nothing from him, and
Yeah, when you get he and his partner together, they are something else.
yeah, we had to wrestle him one time before, and you know they're very tough. Everything.
Well, sitting here at the microphone, I know it's unusual for you too, but with your expertise in this business, you've been in that ring with a lot of fellas. This is the kind of thing. What's going through what's going through Nero's mind when his throat was on that rope being hit?
It's just pain. It's just pain. It's really rough, and I done been on that rope before, and I know how it feel, and I know how he's feeling right now.
Well, that's why we ask you fellas who stay in that ring a lot to come out and join us here, because we announcers have not had the exposure you have to being in that ring, and it's always a pleasure for us to talk with you. Jones weighing 320 pounds. I believe they're about ready to go up in the ring. There go the Shane brothers getting their little act together.
Right.
I don't know if we can get them inside the ropes. I believe they're going to start the match. Okay, there's the bell indicating that the referee says, let's go. And Buddy Shane, of course, has come over first. Mike says, Buddy, you go out and get them warmed up, and then I'll take them.
Yeah, that's gonna be a really tough match right there.
This Bob Brandon, Pinky, is new to our alliance here, but I hear some good reports on him.
Yeah, he's very good wrestler. You know, he been around. I've seen him before a lot of times. He's very good wrestler. You know,
229 pounds out of Tampa, Florida, so I'm sure he's wrestled in that Florida league down there.
yeah, right.
Are you talking about getting up some heat on the fans? Them Shane boys will do
Yeah.
it.
I mean, you know, I'm not taking nothing away from they're very tough guys and everything. But, you know, I think about getting a partner soon and, you know, see can we take them North American Championship from them.
Everybody I talk to wants to get a partner and beat the Shanes. Everybody I talk to. I just interviewed the Super Rocker. He's got a partner coming down. I interviewed Jerry Eagle. He's got his daddy coming down. Now you got a partner that you gonna pick out. Them
Right.
Shane boys are in for trouble, aren't they?
Yeah, they, one thing about them, you know, I think everybody just wanna, you know, you know, try to take the belt from them. Because, you know, I don't think they, you know, I don't think they should, you know, be the champions. Because, you know, they very use some unlegal attacks, you know.
Yeah, but they've been a champion a long time now,
Yeah,
Pink.
they've been a long time.
They've been a champion a long time, and it's gonna be hard to take that belt.
Right.
I saw Mike do a takedown, put in those trunks. Of course, the
Yeah.
referee didn't see that.
Yeah, the referee can't see everything. He can't see everything, well, you know, what's going on in there.
Sometime when you're in that wrestling, you wish you could see it, though, don't you?
Yeah, yeah, I wish you could see a whole lot, you know.
And I tell you, something I've noticed recently, too, Pink. These Shane boys seem to be turning around. They used to be the nice, gentlemanly type people, and
Yeah.
boy, they get mean now.
Yeah, they get mean. They changing a whole lot. They wrestling style and everything, and you know.
You can't take nothing away from that
Right.
knowledge they got, though.
Right, you
That
can't
knowledge.
take nothing from it. I mean, they're very good wrestlers. Very good wrestlers. You know that about you know that match right there. That's about a main event match.
Yeah, on
Anywhere
any
you can-
card.
yeah,
On any card, that'd be a main event
Yeah.
right there.
Now, I think he used a little bit of teeth in there now. He's biting right now.
Yeah, that kind of stuff they used to never do.
No.
And speaking of enjoying matches, you know, all of our folks here do, as they are today, they do every time, and we invite people to be our guests when if they come and join us in our
Right.
studio.
Yeah.
If you'll just write us at NAWA Championship Wrestling, Post Office Box 489, Scranton, South Carolina 29591.
I see Big Jamaica there now. Big
Uh-oh,
Jamaica.
look out.
He's a big guy now. Look at him. Good shot side to head.
I mean, he throws Buddy
Yeah.
Shane around like he was a
tell you.
golf ball, doesn't he?
Uh-huh.
And he don't want
Yeah.
Shane to touch his brother either. He got a count of two on him.
Yeah.
Got a count of two
right
on him. Well, I tell you, like you said, Pink, this is a main event or any time.
Main event anyway. I see Buddy favoring that arm right now.
Well, Pink's been, Jamaica's been working on it.
Yeah.
I think you and Jamaica would make a good tag team.
Yeah. I think me and him be a good tag team partner. We worked tag team body before and everything, you know, we did good and everything on it. And you know, I think me and him can take the belts. I really think, you know, I got hope in ourselves. I think we can take them.
Well, he's a rough and tough bruiser,
Yeah.
as well as you are.
Right.
How much are you weighing now?
I weigh 235.
Okay, you two are talking 550 pounds combined weight in that ring. Oh, an elbow right into the throat.
Check. And I think he's from Jamaica too, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he's from Kingston.
Yeah.
Kingston, Jamaica.
Yeah, them guys down there grow big.
Yeah, they grow big. Working that sugar cane.
Yeah.
And we got a tag. The Shane brothers, you know, they work it just like it was a script in Hollywood. Uh-oh. A fist right into the lower part of that stomach. And there goes Buddy Shane hollering at the audience here again. A thumb.
Like a thumb to the throat there.
Yeah, thumb right in the throat.
Yeah, that's an illegal move.
But the referee was standing on the other side. You notice he moved him around out of the way.
They're working on that shoulder now.
And they got a legal tag. They got a legal tag in there. And they're gonna tag out again. So they just wearing Brandon down. Bob Brandon he's in trouble right now.
Yeah, he's taking a lot of pain right now.
He better get out of that corner if he can.
Suplex.
Suplex. How you gonna come out of it?
I don't know them.
And if you want a man to put a suplex on you, you let Buddy get a hold of it. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. That's it. That's it. That's it. I'll tell you. Now, when you get them Shane brothers, now you fellas see what you all got to do.
Yeah, I see what we got to do to
If you and Jamaica get together, that's what y'all got to do. I'm gonna see if I can talk to these fellas.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm over here. I wanna if we can stop the action long enough. Before you fellas get away, let me talk to you. We got the Shane brothers here. I've talked to 3 different wrestlers. All 3 of them say that they're putting partners together. They're gonna take your title. What do you think about it?
I'll tell you pig farmer something. You take your little suit, you take all these pig farmers here, you get them in the ring, and I don't care who you are, you cannot defeat the Shanes. That's the final word.
Okay.
Let me tell you something else, too. There's got to be a reason why they're putting all these tag teams together to beat us. There's number one reason. We're number one. Ask all these people out here, who's number one? You know who's number one.
I got something to say. Jerry Eagle can't get the job done. Mr. Wrestling can't get the job done. And this big black boy that's in here tonight, when I get through, he's gonna shine my brothers my shoes. He's gonna drive our Cadillac. Because he's nothing. He's like these pig farmers. He go out and slop his hogs, right? He had to get up and me and him, we go out tonight. We date good-looking women. We take care of ourselves. We got good-looking cars. That's the reason we're the greatest.
Well, I tell you, Pink Graham told me a while ago that him, Jamaica Jones, gonna team up and take that belt.
Well, Pink Graham, Jamaica Jones, even Jerry Eagle going as far as to get his daddy out of the nursing home to bring him here. Eagle, you better get your father back in the nursing home, because I think the graveyard's full enough Indians for the cavalries of the 7th Cavalry killed them all.
I think I said it before. You're the Indian needs an engine. Ain't no engine to run the Indian. How about that? Ain't no way. No way.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to talk more, but our time is out. And the Shane brothers say that they.
You're looking at the grave. Yes, you are.
I wish I could talk longer, but our time is out, ladies and gentlemen. We thank you for joining us on NAWA Championship Wrestling. Bill Hummer saying so long for now. You join us next time. Thank you.